Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. Chat is up and running. How we doing today, folks? It's Monday. I actually got my driver's license renewed this morning. Took 15 minutes. I did not have an appointment. Walked in, walked out. So I'm having a great day. What's going on with you guys? Well, I got to tell you, we're at war. The United States has just declared war on 93 million people. Oh boy, isn't that exciting? Those of you that watch the show know I told you months ago, Donald Trump sold out the free world. He cut a deal with China and with Russia. I'm telling you. Well, let's get a poll going. That should be fun. Start a poll. Do you think the government should lie to its people? That should be exciting. I'm trying with these polls, folks. I'm trying. Hopefully, I'll get better. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I looked this all the way back to Trump's first term. He sold out the free world. He is not going to protect Taiwan. He's not going to stand with our NATO allies. He plans to hang them out to dry. He is staying with Israel. This is the Epstein files. Say what you want. I'm telling you, for 30 years, all the way back into the 90s, Israel and the United States, the Mossad and the CIA were backing Jeffrey Epstein. This was Espionage Island. Yes, they were abusing children. Yes, Epstein was a pimp selling women. Putin got involved, and it was Espionage Island. And this whole war with Iran is to cover it up. They don't want you to want the rest of the Epstein files because it would incriminate all three governments. They were paying Epstein. I believe they murdered Epstein. These are not nice people. And this war in Iran is to cover up the Epstein files. Yes, people are dying. That's how despicable all of this is. Innocent people are going to get hurt. All because the CIA thought it was okay to not prosecute Epstein. I'm telling you, it's all intertwined. It's all interrelated. Donald Trump has sold out the free world. China will attack Taiwan. Russia will attack NATO. And Donald Trump's going to say, oh, we're out of bullets. We can't help. We're out of bullets. Do you really think that the highest bankrolled military on the planet is going to run out of bullets? No. They've got more bullets than you can ever imagine. They already have more. This is all very ugly. It's very gross. And it's all to distract you from the Epstein files. Our pedophile government has sold out the free world. That's the way it appears to me on my end of my couch. I'm in Michigan. And from what I see, it's all dastardly. Donald Trump has turned his back on Ukraine, turned his back on NATO, turned his back on Taiwan, turned his back on South Korea. He's not on your side. He thinks he is going to go down in the history as a hero. I think he's going to go down in the history books as a zero. 2026 version of Benedict Arnold. Sold out the country for personal enrichment. Sold off all our national secrets to the highest bidder. Personal opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. Afternoon chat runs Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of the show are the people in the chat. If you want to be able to chat, you need to go to YouTube and get that Discord app. It's free. The show's free. I'm not selling you nothing. There's nothing behind a paywall. There's no upsell here at all. I'm not running for political office. I'm not coming out with a line of merchandise. Okay. I'm on here so I can meet and talk to people throughout the world. Plain and simple. I like to meet people, and I like to give them a chance to voice their opinion. When you voice your opinion, keep in mind, we need to follow the community guidelines established by YouTube. They're the only platform we're on, so let's not piss them off. Okay? My personal opinion, war is bad. It's always been bad. It's always going to be bad. And it's bad right now. I'm not saying war isn't necessary from time to time. I'm saying, plain and simple, war is bad. This president lied to America. While he was running for president, he said, "No more regime change wars." We now need a regime change here in the United States. This regime is apparently full of warmongers and criminals and pedophiles. When you get into the voting booth in America, please vote them all out of office. If they hold public office now, vote them out. We need all new personnel. The clowns we got in there are not doing their job. That's the way it appears to me. I mean, what's it look like to you? All this government does is lie to us. Oh, we were attacking Venezuela because of the drugs. Not true. We captured Maduro for a regime change. They did not change the regime. They changed the top dog. But the second in command is running the exact same regime. There's no change. They're doing the exact same thing in Iran now. It is foolish. This is to distract you from the Epstein files, which have not been completely released. If they had been completely released, then President Trump would be up on charges. He would be getting impeached right now in front of the world. He does this to distract. He is worse than a communist. He is worse than a dictator. He's worse than an evil king. He has sold out the free world, and he is turned his back on Ukraine, turned his back on NATO, turned his back on Taiwan, turned his back on South Korea. All American allies are no longer allies. He turned them against us. Single-handedly. This was all his doing, his trade war with the world for self-enrichment. He sold us out to Putin in his first term. Go all the way back to the Helsinki hand job. Fast forward all the way up to the Alaska ass kissing. What's he going to do next? He's got a choice coming. Will he spit or will he swallow? That's just my opinion. That's the way I see it. Feel free to disagree. My personal opinion, he's planning to swallow. That's the way I see it. The man's a criminal, and he sold out the entire free world for personal profit. Not good. This cannot end well. There are more wars going on right now than you realize. I'm fully expecting this Orange Julius. Seems like I'm slamming a fast food chain, but our orange exalted hot dog. How about that? This is not going to end well. 93 million people live in Iran. And our clown just pissed them all off. Just what the doctor ordered, right? Yes, I smoke cigarettes and pot. I don't recommend you do either. That's your proof that I'm not AI. AI doesn't smoke or have bad hair days. I got hat head today. I got up this morning to go renew my license. I got out of the shower, threw on a knit cap because it's only, 20 some degrees outside. So I look like 20 miles of bad road. I blame it on my makeup artist. Oh, yeah, I don't have one of those. This is a free show. What do you expect for $1.298? Okay. My hair may be plastered down to my head today, but it's clean. Does that count for anything? So what's on your mind today? You want to talk about Nancy Guthrie? That's not good news either. It's sad. My heart just goes out to Savannah and her entire family. They may never get any closure, but they need the press to lay this down to stop. And it's a tough ask. People are concerned. As well they should be, in my opinion. So that's what's on my mind this morning. War around the world, Nancy Guthrie. And do you think that a government should be allowed to lie to its people? That's what they're doing. They're lying to you. Iran was not going to attack the United States. I don't care who tells you that. We've got the largest freestanding army in the world. We've got the biggest military budget in the world. No country in the world wants to attack the United States. It would be foolish. They're not going to do it. They say it's preemptive strikes. It's a war on 93 million people. Like we didn't have enough enemies already. Let's go make more. Whoopee. I'm sorry, it's just sad. Loss of life. Every one of these bloodlines that they're killing with these wars, the human race needs every one of those bloodlines. That's how we solve problems on this planet. Human beings get educated, and then they solve our problems. You think they're going to get solved without human beings? The lions, tigers, and bears ain't solving shit. The frogs, the rabbits, the gophers, they ain't solving shit. The only one that can solve the problems on planet Earth are the human beings. It's up to us. And every time we snuff out a bloodline, that's a child or a grandchild that doesn't get born, get educated, and solve our problems. AI is not going to solve our problems. It's doing everything it can to create more. What do you think? This loss of life is detrimental to the human race. I don't care who's getting killed. We don't need them to get killed. We need every single bloodline. We need every single human being to get educated so that they might solve our issues, solve all of our problems. Every time we shoot that bloodline, it's the human race shooting itself in the foot. It makes it that much harder for us to proceed and move forward. You're okay with them killing one person? What about 1 million? What about 100 million? What about 1 billion? It needs to end with one. And we need the world to say, no more killing. Killing is wrong. Which religion says it's okay to kill? If it's against religion, why is it happening? Every religion's got their own version of the 10 Commandments, don't they? Thou shalt not kill. Hello. So stop killing. It's ridiculous. There is one human race on this planet. Just the one. Everything else is a subgroup. Canadians, subgroup. Americans, subgroup. Russians, subgroup. Pakistani, subgroup. One human race. That's all we got. And we are the only problem solvers. The fish aren't going to solve all the problems on planet Earth. It can't happen. Human beings can solve the problems on planet Earth, but they've got to be here to do it. And when we're ending bloodlines with endless wars, the human race is currently shooting itself in the foot again. We keep trying to move forward, but we're our own worst enemy. That's my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and voice yours. In my opinion, all war is bad. People die. Innocent people die. Not just guilty people, innocent people. Mothers, children, brothers, sisters. They're dying. For what? So that Donald Trump doesn't get prosecuted, doesn't get thrown out of office for being a stinking pedophile? Israel, through Mossad, hired Jeffrey Epstein. The CIA found out about Jeffrey Epstein, and they decided to pay him as well. We like it. Espionage Island. Get dirt on all of these world leaders. Get dirt on all of these filthy rich people so that we can blackmail them and force them to do what we want them to do. That's what Epstein Island was. Espionage Island. All of these governments were complicit. They all participated in it. They knew it was going on and they allowed it. They turned their back on the crimes. 3 decades. George W. Bush knew. So did his Department of Justice. So did the FBI under him. Obama knew. Trump knew. Biden knew. They all knew about it. And they all said, well, it's okay. We're getting dirt on these other people. We're playing this espionage game, and so a few people die. No big deal. They gave him money. They paid him. He'd get the dirt on one world leader, and he would sell that information to 3 different countries and collect money. Generational wealth. There's a paper trail. They know who paid Epstein money. He was a pimp. Do you think he was walking into the bank every Monday morning with a bushel basket full of cash? Yeah, I sold 75 women this weekend. I'd like to make a deposit, please. No. They were doing this with bank transfers, wire transfers, checks. There is a financial record that shows you exactly who was paying Epstein. We haven't seen those records come out. The Epstein files that we have seen are 5% of what they have. This organization of Epstein's ran for 30 years, 3 decades. They want you to look at the war. Don't look at the Epstein files. They want this for a reason. Because if the Epstein files all really came out, you would see, oh, the Israeli government was behind this. The United States government was behind this. The Russian government was involved. And it's all disgusting. The most heinous crimes in the history of the world. They were raping children as young as 9. I think it went further. I think they were selling babies for cash. These are some sick puppies. The United States government is full of ugly, ugly, ugly people. That's my opinion. Feel free to voice yours. You don't have to agree with me to be in here. I don't throw people out for disagreeing with me. And the chat's enabled so that you can speak your mind. My personal opinion is all these sickos gotta go. I will never reelect anyone. I don't care if I like the guy. If he's held in office, I like Bernie Sanders. He's got to go. Sorry, Bernie, you're not good enough. You're allowing this shit to continue. Why don't we have special prosecutors? Why aren't these millionaires and billionaires that were attacking these children, that were buying these prostitutes, why aren't they up on charges? Why aren't they behind bars? If you and I commit crimes, we get locked up. That's the way our society is working. Is if you're rich enough, you can get away with it. It's all right. Who decided to end those investigations? Tragedy. Hey, Ryan. I'm doing well. I started watching some of your stuff this weekend, as a matter of fact, and then I switched over to watching the war. How's the channel going, brother? I've been recommending you to my viewers. I hope your viewership is up. I still find your videos very entertaining. You're right. Yeah, it's the stress that'll kill you, brother. You got to keep it all under control. That's why I like coming on here. I get to vent. It's like counseling for me. I dump all my problems on you guys, and then I get to walk away and feel, oh, relief. I spoke my mind. How's your weather in the UK, brother? Are you looking for spring yet? I looked at the trees today. We got no buds on them yet. We got to warm up more. I'm hoping. I want spring bad. I've been going for walks even though it's still cold. Got to get out and get that fresh air. But I renewed my driver's license this morning and my voter registration, so I can try to vote all these clowns out of office. And as you're from another country, let me apologize for what our country is doing throughout the world. Once again, it's not within our control. I love this country. I love the people in this country. But this government is out of control. United States government has done nothing but lie to us, cheat, backstab, break their own rules. Yeah, don't trust them with your children. I'm just saying. They're just horrible. They want to be able to call this World War III. It's not World War III, but it's darn close. For those of you that don't know, Tragedy Tales is a site on YouTube. He's got about 85 videos posted. They're excellent. Subject matter is somewhat negative. It's about the loss of life and the needless loss of life and the accidental loss of life, but it's a fact of life. I highly recommend his videos. They're very well done. This young man has done an excellent job. I have not seen a video of his that I did not like. And I mean, I physically hit the like button on them all. Personal preference. But if you get a chance, look up Tragedy Tales. I think you'll be impressed. His attention to detail, it shows. He's got a high quality product. I've seen other videos by other companies on similar topics. They're nowhere near as good, in my opinion. Which is all I can ever offer you is my opinion. One sitting in Michigan. But yeah, I think that this war crap has got to stop. We're killing people. We're ending bloodlines. That is not helpful to the human race. It's a net negative. They're ending bloodlines, and we need the children and the grandchildren of those bloodlines to get educated so that someday they might be able to solve the problems we have on this planet. And we have a lot of problems on this planet. The Iranian government is a bunch of screwballs. There's no doubt in my mind. Just like the American government, bunch of screwballs. The Russian government, bunch of screwballs. They are not helping the planet. They aren't. They're detrimental to what we're trying to do. We're trying to survive, to grow, to improve. They're trying to get rich. They don't have the same priorities we do. They don't have the same morals we do. They don't have the same ethics we do. All U.S. politicians that currently hold office need to be replaced. Put new human beings in their place, and let's try again. That's my opinion. Feel free to jump in the chat and voice yours. If you want me to change the subject, feel free to jump in the chat. Change the subject. You'll see me pivot on a dime. The guest stars of this show are the people in the chat. They have the priority. They determine what we talk about. When no one gets in the chat, that's when we're stuck with wherever my mind happens to wander on a given day. Okay. And there's no telling what's up. In the Nancy Guthrie case, I think all those live streamers out front of her house need to go home. It's time to help this family get some closure of some type. They need to go on with their lives. Someday the truth of this will all come out. Someday we will know the truth. We always know the truth someday. It always comes out in the long run. This greed, American greed, and I'm not plugging that old TV show. I'm just saying this greed that we see around the world, it's a sickness. It's an obsessive compulsive disorder. It's an illness. These people need some help. They need some counseling. Half their 10 count cards are missing. They're nuts. They can't think of anything beyond their own greed. It's like that 2-year-old child that doesn't know how to share his toys. Mine, mine, mine. It's all mine. God. It's horrific. You see it all the time. You see someone in the workplace, they get promoted, and then they turn into some kind of a psycho. They become obsessed with themselves, obsessed with their power. Then they pull up that ladder of success behind them so no one else can get up that ladder. Then they start to micromanage everyone underneath them to the point where they drive people nuts. They drive people out of the equation. It used to be drive, but somewhere along the line there, drive turned into greed. That's my opinion. I mean, feel free to voice yours. I think it's a sickness, an illness. Just like a junkie sitting in the gutter, he'll do anything to get his next fix of his drugs. These people are the exact same way. They'll do anything to get their next large bank account. It's horrible. But it's their illness, not yours, not mine. It's their illness. They need to get some help. It affects us because they're in positions of power. They're forcing us to deal with their addiction to greed. Here in America, the smartest thing we can do is vote them all out of office. I don't care if they're a Republican, Democrat, or an independent. They all need to go. We get some new human beings in there, and we can try again. In my opinion, we need to put a revolving door on all 3 branches of government. That includes the Supreme Court. Get rid of them. The Senate, bye. The House of Representatives, see you later. And the White House, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. We'll rebuild the East Wing once you're gone, you loser. Where are you going to retire to, Donnie? Our next president is going to appoint a special prosecutor. They're going to come after you for these Epstein files. You're the one that molested the children. You commit the crime, you get to do the time. You knew it was criminal when you did it. Tough luck. You can try to cover it up all you want. They'll just redo the investigations. They'll create a whole new Epstein file. They'll start it over from scratch, you dumbass. Yeah, you killed Epstein. What, are you going to kill everybody? Not going to work, Donnie. All these people in the U.S. government that are self-enriching, you understand that we can take all that money back, right? We got $40 trillion of debt to pay off. We'll claw back that money from you, from all your cronies, and we'll pay our debt off with it. How's that sound, Donnie? Donnie, dumbass. God, man's pathetic. No country in the world is going to attack the United States of America. "9/11, that happened. The United States got attacked, but it wasn't by a country, was it? Countries aren't that stupid. They know how big our military is. They know how well funded our military is. No existing country on the globe is going to attack America. I don't care how many lies you think you can tell. No country on the face of this earth wants to attack and start a war with America. I don't care what you dream up in your little fantasy world. It's not true. You're getting paranoid. You're getting paranoid because you're a criminal. I'm sorry, but attacking and making 93 million new enemies, just what we need to do. God, what a fool. All for personal greed and to stay out of jail. That's all he does. I'm telling you, the countries of NATO right now, if you want to be able to make Donald Trump comply, you can either bribe him or blackmail him. He responds to both equally. Ask Israel. Ask Russia. Bribe him or blackmail him. He is not sane. You cannot get him to cooperate otherwise. You must own his ass. Hack the U.S. government, get all of the Epstein files, and put them out, and Donald Trump will be gone. See ya. If we can see all of those files, unredacted files, don't even bother to protect the victims at this point. We'll protect the victims. Unredact and release all those files. Let America see them, and Donald Trump's ass is gone. And J.D. Vance will be right behind him in 2028. See ya, pedophile. Guilt by association. It's just like the bank driver or the driver of the getaway car that robs the bank. You're just as guilty as the ones that went into the bank, you dumbass. You're going to go to jail for protecting pedophiles. I was just following orders is not a valid defense, dumbass. God, these people are so petty. Criminals are petty. They're too lazy to get up and go to work every day. They just got the greed illness. They're mentally ill. They're unstable. That's my opinion. I know the NATO countries can see my show. And I'm telling you, get the dirt on this scumbag and he's out of there. All you got to do is publish it. Hell, at this point, you could lie. Make up your own version of the Epstein files and release those. Either way, this clown is going to be gone. He will go down as the most impeached president in the history of the United States, and the history books are not going to be kind. And once he gets out, he's going to go to prison. And the United States is going to take all of that damn money and pay off our debt. You want to end the trade war that Donald Trump started? Get rid of Donald Trump. All we got to have is all those Epstein files. And then all this bullshit stops. It all goes away. All of these millionaires and billionaires will be taken down by the Epstein files. They all took part in this shit. And now I'd be looking who took Epstein's place. Who's the new pimp on the block? I guarantee you somebody's still selling these girls. I guarantee you there's a new pimp. These people love the debauchery. They do not have morals. They do not have ethics. They have carnal needs. It's just like their greed sickness. It's the exact same thing. They have no self-control. They have no self-control. That's your in. That's how you control them, was with their lack of self-control. They can't turn it down. I guarantee you, if a woman takes her top off in front of Donald Trump, he can't think of anything else. He's got a one-track mind, feeding his illness. Just like the junkie sitting in the gutter. no self-control. All he knows is he needs another fix. You want to get Donald Trump's attention? Bribe him or blackmail him. You want to get him out of office? Get us all the Epstein files. Those are your options. You can't deal with him. He's not sane. You keep thinking, oh, he'll do the right thing. Ask Zelensky. He's done everything Russia wanted. He sold out the entire free world, including NATO. Anything in NATO secrets have already been dispensed to China, already been dispensed to Russia. Okay? There are no secrets in America anymore. Donald Trump sold them all. That's the way it appears to me. I'm not on anyone's payroll, and I'm telling you, this is not going to end well. We're running out of time. He's going to try to use this war, and he'll start more wars. He doesn't care. He's a sociopath with no conscience. I'm sure he probably molested his own children. Okay? That's how sick this man is. All I can go by is what I see. I don't have any inside information. I'm just telling you the view from my end of my couch in Michigan. These people are all disgusting. The NATO countries, I'm fearful. He's not going to back you up. If Putin attacks you, he's not going to help. He wants to take Putin's side because Putin has dirt on him. He wants to take Israel's side because Israel has dirt on him. I'm sure they have the films of him with the children having sex with them. I'm sure that both countries do. There's no other way to look at it. He's a transactional man, and all he wants to do is feed his addictions. And he is addicted to sex with children and stealing money, conning money. Just like the junkie sitting in the street. The man is of no value. He holds the highest office in our land, and the man has no value, in my opinion. Oh, maintenance is out there fixing something. I'm sorry. It's not a soundproof studio. It's called a living room. It's all my producer's fault. My production manager. I'll haul him out on the carpet. I'll call him out. I don't have a producer. It's just me. Every one of these politicians in America that's not currently speaking out against the war in Iran, they're complicit. Every one of them. Every one of these politicians can have a show just like this one. They can get on the air for $13.99 a month. Every politician could be on here speaking out against the war, and they're not here. They are taking part because they want more corporate bribes. And yeah, some of these corporations are going to fall apart when those Epstein files come out too. Some of the big tech companies, they're going to go. They're criminal, immoral. I'm not going to apologize for it. I didn't do it. They're not my crimes. The U.S. government for 3 decades knew what was going on Epstein's Island. They allowed it to continue by choice. That makes them co-conspirators. All of these governments knew, and they participated. It was Espionage Island. Take so-and-so down there, get some dirt on him. It's what they did. And now there's a new pimp. I don't know who took Epstein's place, but there's a new pimp out there, I guarantee you. Because the debauchery of these billionaire class, the elites, their debauchery addiction is not gone. They're a junkie. They want more of it. They're not done yet. Just like that junkie in the street, he's not checking himself into rehab. These rich elites that were using these prostitutes, guess what? They're still using prostitutes. The ones that were molesting children, guess what? They're still molesting children. They're not going to stop. They're addicts. I'm telling you, this is the way the world works. The addict has to decide to stop himself, and these guys aren't gonna. They get away with it. Why would they stop? What's their incentive to stop? They have no incentive. If they can get away with it, they're going to keep on getting away with it. Criminal minds are easy to predict. It's simplistically easy. It's this Tom Holman guy that's running ICE now. You think he's done taking bribes? Put 50,000 in a bag. See if he don't pick it up on his way out the room. He didn't even have to give the money back the last time. He's not going to stop. Set up a sting operation and bust them all. Put them in custody. Put them behind bars. That's my suggestion. I don't have any power. I don't have any influence. I'm just a guy sitting on his couch in Michigan. But all of these people are disgusting, you ask me. And this war mongering is bullshit. It's the last thing the human race needs, is to be fighting one another. That's not the solution. The solution is real simple. Criminals must go to jail. No matter what their job title, if they're criminals, they must go to jail. That's our only solution. That's our only way out of this mess. Donald Trump sold out the free world. That's my opinion. He did it back in the Helsinki hand job, continued it with the Alaska ass kissing. What's next? That's what I see. It's like the worst reality TV show I've ever seen. It's horrible. They're destroying lives, literally killing people, rather than face the consequences of their own actions. Criminals lie. Criminals are like the rats on a sinking ship, right? Why haven't any of these guys offered to turn state's evidence? Has Prince Andrew offered to testify about what he saw? What about the rest of them? I see these guys making excuses. Well, I didn't know about the children. I only knew about the good-looking hookers. Not true. Why aren't they turning state's evidence and testifying about what they saw, what they did? They're not showing any remorse. I'm just saying, if you put them all in the same prison, I guarantee you they're going to start rolling over. That's the way it works. This was worldwide crimes. We need worldwide investigation. Are the guys at The Hague busy? Go get them. Arrest them. Put them behind bars and try them publicly. I'm okay with it. But I didn't molest any children. I wasn't paying Epstein. Epstein was a pimp. But the U.S. government, the Israeli government, set up Espionage Island. They set this whole thing up, and they lured Putin in with women. Trump took a beauty pageant to Moscow. Check out all these hot young girls. We'll trade you some of ours for some of yours. That's how it works. You know, there was drugs available on those islands. Those guys were doing cocaine. How come they're not testifying about that? Epstein's Island was never fully investigated. It was covered up from the word go. They never even searched all of his properties. They sold them to their buddies and they said, oh, clean up all that stuff when you get in there, will you? These people are all the scum of the earth, in my opinion. I mean, feel free to disagree, but as far as I'm concerned, they're all corrupt. And the only way for us to get out of all of this mess that they've cooked up, prosecute them. Use that evidence against them. They know, and they're not doing it here. Our government is corrupt. It's tainted. I have no doubt. I'm thinking we've got Supreme Court justices that were on the island. I wouldn't put it past them. These people do not have a moral compass. None of them. Otherwise, they'd be on TV instead of me. You'd be watching them instead of me. Why haven't any of them? They were told the Epstein files are coming out. Why didn't anyone walk up to the cameras and say, I'm going to turn them all in. I'm going to turn state's evidence. I want a deal so I don't go to jail. Because Donald Trump said, oh, don't worry about it. I'm not going to let those files come out. They'll never see the light of day. If they can hack our power grid here in this country, they can hack the DOJ. They can find out all of this dirt. Those files are there. Once you put something on the internet, it never really goes away. It's always going to be there. Someone can find it. They got Hillary Clinton's emails, didn't they? Hell, in the Nancy Guthrie case, we're watching film from cameras that weren't subscribed. How the hell is that possible? I'm telling you, you better act fast because he's going to attack Cuba next. That's the way it looks to me. He's not going to stop. I'm wondering, was Jim Jordan down there? Was he on Epstein Island too? He turned a blind eye at Ohio in the college. Where's Merrick Garland? He had 4 years. Why didn't he prosecute? Was he on the island too? Why not get somebody smart like Jack Smith and have an international investigation headed by Jack Smith? Go after all of them. Why not? It's not going to collapse the world. The wars they're starting will, but an investigation wouldn't. These are sloppy criminals. Every country in this world goes after sloppy criminals and takes them down. They're ripe. Shake the tree. That's my advice to the world. Throw these bastards in jail until they start testifying against one another. Bring it all out, and the light of day will sterilize us all. But if you let this sit and fester, it's just an infection that's going to grow until it takes us all down. What's next for these clowns? I think they're probably going to try to bring back slavery. I'm serious. Well, if China gets all of Asia, Russia gets all of Europe, and Trump and the United States get all of the Western Hemisphere, who's getting Africa? They didn't divvy that one up. Why? Oh, because they plan on bringing slavery back. That's why. I don't have any inside information, but they want free labor. They don't want to pay for it. Feel free to disagree. Jump in the chat, straighten me out if I've gone astray. I'm just a guy. But I'm telling you, these people are sick. Just like that junkie sitting in the gutter. They'll do anything for their next fix. They'll do anything for their next 9-year-old. They'll do anything for their next $1 million. They don't care how many human lives are lost. They do not have a conscience. They are sociopaths. How come no one resigned? In foreign countries, they resigned, but foreign countries don't possess the Epstein files. Or do they have their own version? Produce your version. Publish it. I dare you. I'm begging you, please publish it. These are abusive, criminal people that have not shown any sign of remorse at all. You know who you're dealing with. The scum of the earth. Which country's willing to take out the trash? I've been saying it on this channel for months, and I'll tell you again. Donald Trump sold out the free world because he's a pedophile. He don't want the truth to come out. People lie for 3 reasons. In my opinion, people lie to hide their greed. We see that every day. People lie to hide their shame. We see that every day. And people lie to hide their fear. Donald Trump is a liar. 1, 2, 3, or all 3. I don't have any power. I have no desire for power. But I'm telling you right now, these people that have the power, they're crooked. What mankind needs to do is take out the trash. Put them behind bars. Teach society that this is the wrong type of behavior. We can get some brand new people in there in our government here in the United States and start over from scratch. The Constitution's still there. We need a revolving door on every branch of the U.S. government. Just keep turning them over. The days of incumbency are behind us. What did it do? It created the Epstein files. Three decades of crime cannot be cleaned up in one day. 3 decades of crime is probably going to take at least a decade to clean up. So why not start now? You know that trash bin out in the kitchen stinks as soon as you lift the lid. We've lifted the lid. Somebody's got to haul the garbage. I don't have any power. Someone with power needs to take out the garbage. Metaphorically speaking. I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about law and order. An international investigation would carry weight. So if those guys in The Hague aren't busy and Jack Smith's not busy, give him a call, please. Go after these guys. Make an example out of them. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to spiral and get worse. How many Russian women did Putin give to Epstein? And who approved those visas anyways? If this shit continues, where are we? How are we going to fix this? I believe in making a list. One column, I put good influences on my life. In the other column, I put bad influences on my life. Then I consciously schedule my time for the good column. And I consciously schedule less time for the bad column. And eventually that bad column is no longer in my life. How else are you going to fix this? It's not going to fix itself. There are a lot of countries that have politicians that are not this depraved. America is governed by a bunch of sick puppies. These pedophiles are psychopaths. You're never going to get them to cooperate. They'll sell you out every chance they get. Trump did. He sold out the free world in his first term. And then he sold all of America's secrets. For self-enrichment. That's the way I see it. Afternoon Chat does not have a large viewership. It's a new channel. And I'm not offering you anything. I don't have prizes. It's not a giveaway. I don't even market the channel. But I get to speak my mind. And when I do, I feel better. I'm sorry. I know that I'm going to sit around feeling very good about myself today, having spoken my mind for 2 hours. I'm probably going to look up Nancy Guthrie tonight. Well, I got to believe that our FBI here is totally inept. And I got to believe that a clearer mind might be able to sort some of this shit out. I was thinking I'd just go get me an email address for this Pima County Sheriff and share my thoughts. Maybe it'll spark an idea. He knows his own community. I got to believe that dead or alive, this woman needs to be found. This family needs some closure. It's torn them apart for a month now. There's a lot of pain in this world. There's a lot of suffering in this world. And if we have the ability to do something about it, I think we should. If I lived in Tucson, Arizona, I would spend all of my time looking for this woman, all of my free time. I don't live there. But I'm telling you, this family needs some closure. They need this to end. Yeah, it's kind of a negative show today. I apologize. Well, maybe in the last half hour here, somebody will jump in the chat and change the subject, and we can talk about something positive, something upbeat. My weekend was spent watching the war. All these people, needlessly, all because Donald Trump doesn't want the world to know that he's a pedophile. I did a poll last week on my show. 75% thought that Trump is a pedophile. 3 out of 4. So today's poll got no action. Maybe it's the way I worded it. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the whole poll situation. I wish I could leave it open, but I have to close it. By the end of the show, I'll get, stats that'll say that I've had some viewers. But by tomorrow's show, today we'll have had more viewers. A lot of people watch it. I think I could be in the wrong time frame for some of my viewers. Well, when I set the show up, I set it up as afternoon chat, and I was thinking specifically of the 3 main time zones for the United States. But if you're in Indonesia, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's not really afternoon chat. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize what I was doing. Me on this channel is kind of like a blind guy that bought a new house. I'm just trying to feel my way through it and not walk into too many walls. Well, the important thing is I'm having a good day, regardless of the war. For me personally, I've had some small, minor successes today. I can't fix everything. But of the few things around me that I can fix, I like to fix them. I like to get them working. Hopefully, hopefully somebody will do something and some things will change, because I'm serious. The world needs a break. The world as a whole, the planet Earth and all the human beings on that planet, we need to catch a break once in a while. We need a break right now. My mom used to have a saying, I don't know what it was. It's all going to hell or something, she used to say. The whole world's going to hell. Or it's on a way to hell in a handbasket or something. I don't remember that. It'll come to me later tonight when I'm smoking a bowl after dinner. I'm having fried chicken, in case you were wondering. I went to breakfast this morning, had a pancake. That started my day off pretty well, I gotta say. Then I got my driver's license renewed, 15 minutes in and out. Unbelievably lucky. I did not have an appointment. That's like going out and running errands and catching every light green. How is it possible? But once in a while, it happens. You know what they say, even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while? I guess I'm having an acorn day. Let's hope it continues. Let's have an acorn week for good old Ghost mostly, you know? I've been a good boy. I tried to deal with Spectrum today. That's like pounding your head against the wall. No real progress. Just a bit of a headache. Gatorade. It's not a product endorsement. Okay. There are no sponsors on this show. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a free show. I'm not selling you anything. I refuse. Everybody on TV is trying to sell something, so I'm not. Point blank. I'm not running for political office. Have no desire for anything. I got on this channel because most of my adult life, I was working in Las Vegas in the table games. I met a lot of people, minimum of 100 a week for 30 plus years. I liked it. And in my retirement, I missed it. And ta-da, I've got it going on again. Okay. I get to meet people from all over the world once again, and I'm happy with that. Feel free to tell me what's on your mind. I loved it as a dealer. I'm standing there dealing blackjack, and people come up, sit down for 15 minutes. We have a conversation. Then they go about their business. I was happy. And guess what? I'm going to tell you, they were all nice people. I know I was working for tips. They tipped the shit out of me. I ain't kidding you. I liked it. At the blackjack table, I was having to take their money when they lost it. I didn't like that. Okay. That was the negative. Well, now I get the exact same thing, only there's no negative. I'm not costing you any money. You couldn't spend money on this channel if you wanted to. It has not been monetized. Seriously. I did do up a what do you call it, a Patreon page, so people could support the channel if they wanted to, but I never activated it. Okay, I saw no reason to. I've been doing this for 5 months. I can fade the $13.99 a month that I got to pay to YouTube. I got it covered. I do need the channel to get monetized eventually. It'll happen. YouTube does give me little stickers telling, please tell people to like and subscribe to your channel. It's, if you can like and subscribe, please do. If you don't sweat it. I'm not sweating it. The main thing I can tell you about this channel is if you want to get in the chat, you're welcome to. You can have total control of this show. I don't have a script. I don't have an agenda. I get on here 5 days a week, just winging it. I'm sorry. I wish I had a better plan, but I don't. I like to meet people, talk to people, find out what's on their mind. That's why I'm here. Eventually, I'd like to be able to, cut some videos and release them and get paid. Wouldn't we all? But this show is always going to remain free. They gave me 2 channels for $13.99 a month. I got no complaints with YouTube at all. I love YouTube. Okay. It's basically the only thing I watch. Although I did stray off last night, I was getting depressed watching the war crapola. So I needed to change a venue. So I looked up a movie, Sleepless in Seattle. I think I found it on Prime Video and watched it last night. Okay. Young Tom Hanks. You can't go wrong with his films. They're all entertaining. Personal opinion. And Tom's not paying me. But I like the fact that I can get on this show and talk about whatever crosses my mind. I'd rather talk about whatever's on your mind, but I'm not requiring people to get into the chat. I'm just trying to be reliable and dependable 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. If you got something to say, you can say it here. We can talk it out. I don't care what we talk about. I always joke and I say, you want to talk Christmas cookies? Okay. I love a good Christmas cookie. Okay. We can talk about anything that your little heart desires anytime. Okay. I don't mind. I talk about politics because I watch politics. I talk about the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping because I've been following it. She was kidnapped. She's 84 years old. She don't have her meds. I'm an old man. That concerns me. It's front and center on my mind. I think about Nancy Guthrie every day. And that's why I share it with you guys. My father's 87. And if somebody snatched him up, I don't know what I'd do. I ain't kidding you. I'm just saying, it's not good. We need to find her. We need to get some closure for that family. Hell, she's been a captive enough that if they found her alive today, she'd be mentally challenged the rest of her life, I'm sure. PTSD at the very least. Horrible, horrible incident. A heinous crime. So it's on my mind. You know what I mean? And that's why I talk about it. I can only talk about the stuff that runs through my brain. You know what I mean? If you guys jump in the chat and got us talking about other things, bless your heart. Thank you. But I'm not going to require people to participate. A lot of people don't want to talk worldwide. You all got a right to protect your privacy. I understand that. I do this show under the alias of Ghosts Mostly for the exact same thing. I get to protect my privacy. I used that name when I was ghostwriting music lyrics back in the day. I had a band, but I didn't want the band to owe me anything. So I became a ghostwriter for them. And they used to call me Ghosts Mostly. When I started this project, I just took the same alias and pulled it forward, and I created Ghosts Mostly Media, LLC. You do need to protect your privacy nowadays, and a lot of people don't want to jump online and talk. And I can respect that. But if they want to, I want the chat to be enabled and give them that option to speak their mind. Because it makes me feel better after the show. Because I got to speak my mind. Here in the United States, we have freedom of speech. If you're in a country that does not have freedom of speech, do not get yourself in any hot water. I don't want anyone to get into trouble because of this show. You know what I mean? This is supposed to be innocent and helpful, not a negative of any kind. Although if Donald Trump were to happen to watch, I'd like him to feel a little negative, please. The man needs to be brought back down to earth. That's for damn sure. My personal opinion. Okay. Friday's show, it was nice out Friday, so I cut out early. I ended the show 10 minutes early just so I could go outside, go for a walk. Yeah, Crumbleina and I took a nice stroll through the park. She's my friend that helps me. I offered her the second channel and she said no. I can't force her, She's a nice lady. A good friend. My whole thing, Friday when I went for that walk, it worked out, and it worked out perfectly. Because I ran into a father that had a couple of kids running around the park. And I told him, kudos. taking the time to take your kids to the park, that's wonderful. You're being a good father, just in passing. And he stopped and he prayed with me. I thought that was really nice of him, And when he was praying, he prayed about all the stuff I talk about on here when I don't have news on my mind, which is unity, tolerance of your fellow man. He spoke about that in his prayer, and I thought, that's really weird that he would pray about the same things that I talk about on my show. It's kind of like it was supposed to happen, like reinforce my beliefs or something. You just accept things, okay? Some things are good, and when they work out good, that's the way it was meant to be, right? It warmed my heart. The older I get, the easier it seems to be to warm my heart. I find nice people, good people, so many of them. It makes me feel good. It restores my faith in mankind. There are so many good people on this planet, and they outnumber the bad guys by a lot. For every one of these politician pedophiles that we have here in America, there are 100 good people in America. I'm telling you. We outnumber the bad guys by a lot. Good people aren't sitting around plotting against their neighbors. They're just not doing it. Good people are doing good things. They're loving their family. They're building and working and building for a future. They're trying to make their children happy and educate them. And my belief is you need to teach your children until they teach you back. And both of my sons teach me all the time. Both of my boys. I had two sons, 23 years apart, and they both teach me stuff all the time. I couldn't be any prouder. I didn't realize I could be this proud, feel this much pride. And it helps with my self-esteem, let me tell you, because they're so good. They make me look good. You gotta love that. My youngest called me on Sunday. I love talking to him. Every time I learn something that's going on in their life, something that they're doing that is good, they're helping other people, they're happy, well-balanced, well-behaved young men, and I'm super proud. My granddaughter's getting ready to go to college this year. I'm super proud of her, super excited. I couldn't feel these types of pride without the kids. It's like all those nights where I didn't get any sleep, and then where I was working myself to the bone, and it's like I'm reaping the benefits now in my retirement. It's like the tree has blossomed, Makes me feel good. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel the same pride that I feel. You deserve it. We all do. Every country around the world, every human being gets up and goes to work every day. That's why we have such quality of life. Is because all of us in every country get up and go to work every day. We, as a human race, are very dependable. We're very reliable. That's the silver lining of this cloud, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter where you live. If you don't get up and go to work every day, you don't survive. And we all want to survive. We all strive to survive. Thus, we all get up and go to work every day. The world has diversity that we can all depend on. That diversity, I get my coffee from Brazil. I get my tangerines from Turkey. I get my beef from the United States. It's worldwide. All those options when I walk into the grocery store, I didn't have to kill those animals. I didn't have to can that food. All that convenience gives my life greater value. I have options when I open up my front door. That gives quality of life. By far, all those options, that's the good part. That's the part we enjoy. It makes life joyful and easy and simple. Imagine how hard it would be to get groceries if there were no grocery stores. I depend on those people every day. Thank God they're there. All right, time to wind this down. Thank you guys. I appreciate all the viewers. I appreciate those likes and subscribes. Bless you all. Find some joy this evening. Find some happiness. Hold your family. Find someone to love tonight. I dare you. Okay. Be nice to everyone all of the time. I truly believe all that niceness and that kindness will come back to you tenfold. And I also believe you deserve it. I'm Ghost Mostly signing off for today. I'll be back on at 3 tomorrow. Be happy. All right. I'll see you guys.